So this is where I'm going to start today. I'm going to start with the heart of letting go. It is another thing, what I'm actually doing while I'm thinking about this is actually a good introduction for you, the viewer, as such. If the user, if you are actually interested in doing coaching, into doing group coaching, doing one-to-one coaching, this is who I am. This is what I do. I've been doing this for about 2 years officially. Prior to that, I had a retail job environment. What I was doing was 100% different than what I'm doing now. So this is where it's been given to me, and I want to give back out. So that is basically the introduction for this, and now we're going to go on to this. So what I really recommend is for you to have a pen and paper handy to jot down a few things. Okay? These videos will last about 25 to 30 minutes. There'll be a meditation always included into every video that I do, and there will also be a worksheet as well. So yay, happy days, yeah? So we'll crack on now, okay? So before we begin, I want you to close your eyes. Gently close your eyes if it feels comfortable. I want you to take 3 deep breaths in and out. And in through the nose and out through the nose. In through the nose and out through the nose. Again, in through the nose and out through the nose. Get it in a feeling for where you are. Keep your eyes closed. Bring yourself into the heart space. Do regular breathing as you would normally do. Now ask yourself, what am I ready to let go of today? It could be stress, it could be fear, it could be self-doubt, or even a lingering thought or memory. There's no right or wrong answer. Just notice what comes up. I have thoughts, but I am not those thoughts. I have feelings, but I am not those feelings. Let's take one more deep breath together. And when you're ready, you can gently open your eyes. Today, we're setting the intention for you to release. And releasing thought through the heart is more rooted than releasing it through the mind, as I explained earlier on. Okay, so we really want to get closer to the heart than through the mind. And by releasing, we can actually experience it. And especially by closing our eyes as well, we can actually get into that feeling. So, what is letting go? I have a few slides here. Come up. So, letting go doesn't mean forgetting or pretending something didn't exist or didn't happen. It means freeing oneself from the emotional weight of past experiences, not forgetting them. And that's hugely important, that you don't forget them. You're getting rid of the emotional weight. Like, it means allowing yourself to release the emotional charge around it. It's about giving yourself permission And this is the huge big word, permission, to feel lighter, freer, and more present. Do you need to give yourself permission with all of these? By giving permission, we start to feel more ease from the physical element of letting go. When we ask a question to ourselves, answers will come. Emotional freedom arises from softening attachment to thoughts and feelings, reducing their hold. Just think about that. So when we soften the attachment to the thoughts and the feelings, reducing their hold, what will that give to us? So if we have a strong feeling we're carrying around an emotion with us all the time of resentment, what is that carrying for you? What is it doing for you? Does it serve you now? Will it serve you later on? Or can you let that go? Okay, we often carry around emotions like baggage, sometimes for years. And I've known many, many people who have carried this more resentment and more, kind of just lingering the whole on for 25 years, 30 years. Which you can imagine is not a good thing to do. So if you nip it in the bud where it is now and you actually understand what is letting go and what do you want to let go of, it's the most important thing. So again, we carry around these emotions like with baggage, but what if we didn't have to? What if you could simply just let them go? Okay, now all of this is obviously it's easier said than done, okay? But this is my experience from it, that once you actually approach it, you actually look at what the actual feeling and emotion that you're getting that you can let go, you can go further into that, okay? So there's a process that we do, which I'm going to go on to in a few minutes, which has helped me so much dramatically, has helped me in many, many ways of doing things in my life, okay, of letting go. And the most simplest things that you can let go of. So, yeah, I'll just go on to the last one, the non-attachment concept. Non-attachment enables greater presence and lightness in life through letting go of burdens, thoughts, or emotions. Yeah, there's so much, but I really what I'd love for you to do right this moment is to write down what letting go is for you at this precise moment in time. What does it mean for you? What is it like for you? Is it like dropping a pen? Okay, so when you let go of something, we have a pen, I have a pen in my hand, we let go of that. Okay, I let go of that. What happens? Falls onto my keyboard, which it wasn't supposed to fall on the keyboard, but yeah, it falls. So gravity is holding that. I let that go. Okay, so you're looking at the emotion and that's what's holding into your mind at the moment. What is that thought? Okay, so write it down. Actually write down 3 or 4 of them. What is the things that are actually holding you from going forward? Okay, you can pause this video and go a little bit and write down a few of them, whatever it is. What is actually keeping you stuck at this precise moment? Okay, so this is basically the next stage of what we're going to explore today. We are going to explore, as you can see there, the Sedona Method. So again, everything that is being, I'm not going to say taught today, everything I'm saying today is my experience. Okay, I found this to be a huge and useful tool for me to let go, to realize that the actual situation, the feeling that's inside of me can be let go. We're so taught by other people's views and images and what they think and what we think about ourselves from somebody else's perspective. We don't play it in here. So this is where the Sedona method for me has had a huge change. Let's get stuck into it. So it was created by Lester Levinson and taught by Hale. I'm going to get this wrong. Dweiskin? No. I just want to let you know one thing, just for you to be aware. I am not a facilitator of the Sedona method. I have read the book and I've researched the findings and I've brought them into my way of life. I found out this by research, and I embraced it into the understanding of what I actually do. And as I explained earlier on, I did the letting go techniques, and it had huge and amazing effect on me. Okay, so if you feel the need to go further with this, I can provide information about the teachings and links. Okay, so whatever you feel you need, if you feel this is something that you'd like to go on to, I can provide for that. And again, just want to emphasize, I'm not a facilitator and I have no attachment to the Sedona method. This is just a really, really simple and yet powerful emotional release technique. Okay, so at its core, it's based on the idea that emotions are not who we are. They're just energy passing through, and we can choose to let them go. This practice is non-religious, or does it affect your own personal belief system? This is your own truth. Use this method into your daily routine. This is what I would say to anything here. We can go through all the slides and everything, but use this on a day-to-day basis. It'll have such a huge, huge, huge effect on things, and there's persistence. So the three main questions, the method used three gentle questions. Could I let this go? Would I let this go? And when will I let this go? Okay? And you don't need to force anything on this. You don't even need to say, yes, I want to let this go. You just ask the questions and notice what happens. So again, the three questions gently prompt introspective to release emotions effectively. So basically what we do is that you're giving yourself permission to ask a question really to yourself. Feel the emotion. You're going to feel this. If I'm feeling very, very negative in something, okay, I'm feeling very, very negative. Why am I feeling this negativity? Why am I feeling this resentment towards things? Could I let this feeling go? Okay, so you're giving yourself permission to ask, could I let this feeling go? Would I let this feeling go? And could and would, two amazing words. And when will I let this go? So we are honoring ourselves and asking the heart, can I let this go? You're going down further on what the mind is and what this all is up here. And we are going into a different paradigm to what the mind is thinking. So it's a non-forceful release. The method encourages gentle, effortless letting go of feelings without force. Okay? So everything is without judgment as well. Everything is without judgment. I'm just going on to the slides here. So what we're going to do is, again, I could go deeper into this. I could go for another hour and talk about this, but this is just the introduction into this, and I want you to experience it. So I'm going to go into a letting go practice. So let's try this practice together. So we're going to focus on the feelings or situations to release using the three questions. You're going to have body awareness. You're going to be observing how emotions manifest physically. And then an enhancement of the self-awareness during the practice. So you're going to actually be more letting go of the situation and being aware of that situation. Once you start to feel And when I'll emphasize the feeling, it's through the heart. So when you start to feel this, start to be aware of it, you start to see the shift. Now, it's gradual shifts, not immediate. Okay? So there's no right or wrong way to engage. So willingness is to let go is important. And there's no right or wrong answer. Okay? So we're going to let's try it together. I'll just go on to the next little slide here. Which is the wrong slide. So we're going to try it now, okay? So let's do 10 minutes of a practice. Just remember, there's no judgment in this practice. Just notice your answers and be aware. Before we begin, I invite you to gently close your eyes. And if that feels comfortable, take a deep breath in and out. In through the nose and out through the nose. Through the nose and out. Bring to mind something you'd like to release. It could be a feeling, a thought, or a situation. Notice how it feels in your body. Where do you feel it? Take notice. Where does it feel? Is it in your head? In your shoulders? In your stomach? In your legs? In your shins? In your feet? How does it feel in the body? Bring yourself to this awareness. Now ask yourself gently, could I let this feeling go? Don't overthink it. Just notice your answer. There's no judgment on the answer. Next, would I let this go? Are you willing, even just a little, to let it go? And finally, when could you let it go? Could you let it go now? Take a deep breath now. In through the nose. And then out. And keep your eyes closed and a gentle gaze if they're still open. And if you feel ready, allow the feeling to soften even just a little. There's no right or wrong answer. All we're doing is giving ourselves permission to embrace this feeling. So we're going to repeat the process a few more times. You can use the same feeling or let something new arise. Even just being willing to let it go is powerful. I have thoughts, but I am not those thoughts. I have feelings, but I am not those feelings. Now ask yourself again, gently, could I let this feeling go? Just notice your answer. Would I let this feeling go? Are you willing, even just a little, to let it go? When could I let this go? Could you let it go now? Tomorrow? Next week? Or could you let this go now? Again, bring yourself back and now ask yourself gently, could I let this feeling go? Would I let this feeling go? Could I let this feeling go? Take a breath. And if you feel ready, allow the feeling to soften even just a little. Take note of where this feeling is in your body. And we will do this one more time. Asking yourself gently, could I let this feeling go? No right or wrong answer. Would I let this go? Are you willing, even just a little, to let it go? And finally, when could you let it go? Could this be now, next week, next month, or next year? I have thoughts, but I am not those thoughts. I have feelings, but I am not those feelings. Let's take a deep breath together, in through the nose, and release through the mouth with a swooshing sound. And when you're ready, gently open your eyes. Beautiful work. Beautiful work.